Good morning. It is Andrea with Happy Cloud Creations. Flash. Hello. I'm Andrea with Happy Cloud Creations. It's been a while since I did a live video, so I thought I would just jump on here and see how things are going. I used to try to do this once a month, jump on here, give you a little update, but I don't know. I just haven't been consistent with it. The last time I was on here was January, which when I'm on my profile, it doesn't let me see comments. Let me see. So I have to jump on my phone just in case you guys jump on and say hi. Okay? Okay. So now I'll be able to see them on my phone. All right. Okay. Hi, Darlene. Yes, I can see them on my phone, but for some reason when I'm on my profile on Facebook, it doesn't let me see them on the screen. So it's been a while. So January, I jumped on here. It was right before the Prismatic Party Quilt Along. And my kids had just started going back in person to school in December. It was really hard to just get in a new routine of them being gone and getting work done, you know. So today's the last day of school, and we're back to having them home tomorrow. So what has been happening? I guess we finished the Prismatic Party Quilt Along, which I still need to finish my top. Here's the baby size that I made during the quilt along. This is for my goals this summer. I want to finish this quilt. I only actually have 2 quilt tops that I need to finish this summer. I have this Prismatic Party Quilt top I need to finish. And then I have this throw size butterfly and blooms that I need to finish this summer as well. That's what I'm hoping to finish this summer. Right now, I'm currently working on a new pattern called the Infinite Night Helix quilt pattern. If you've been following my feed, there's a photo of it in my feed. It was actually a graduation present for my nephew. So I don't have it. I can't show it to you. And I'm still working on the pattern. I needed to rush and finish the actual physical quilt before I could finish the pattern because we caught COVID after 2 years of not catching it. And so that wiped 2 weeks of sewing out of my schedule. I wasn't able to sew for 2 weeks just because, I was sick and then the kids were sick. But I did get it done on time. I just need to finish that pattern up. So I'm hoping to release that pattern late July, early August. But in the meantime, I want to finish those 2 quilts. It's really nice not to have a big pile of quilts that need to be done. So after the Prismatic quilts along, I released another pattern. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's this one. The Blooming Backyard quilt pattern, which is still here. I need to wash it, so it's not crinkled up yet. This is just the throw size. I want to make another one of these, but I want to do all the background in a blue and then do all the shapes in white, so it kind of looks more like snowflakes, like a Fair Isle sweater. That's my goal. I need to find time to do it though. I want to make all these quilts but I just need to find time to do it. Right now in my shop, I'm having a summer break sale that ends on Sunday, and I was just going to show you a couple things that are in that sale. All quilt patterns are 20% off. The sale ends this Sunday. All quilt patterns are on sale, 20% off. Paper, digital. If you're an international customer, if you don't live in the United States, you'd want to go to my Etsy shop, which is Happy Cloud Creations at Etsy, Or if you are in the United States, you can purchase them at happycloudcreations.com. And then just click on the shop button. I added a couple bundles of Kona cotton to my website because I have a quilt that I want to make this fall winter for Snow, my daughter, and it's going to use these fat quarters as the background fabric. and then it's going to be snowflakes. And so I wanted to do like a rainbow snowflake quilt for her. So I bought extra fabric at retail, which I probably shouldn't have done. And so I'm just selling these. So they're on sale right now. Fabric is on sale for 10% off. I have one fat quarter bundle left, and then I have one half yard bundle left. And when you get those, I've actually put all the names of the fabric on a little card. That way, if you're like, I really want to make my backing fabric out of one of these colors, you know the names of the Kona cotton. And then another thing that's been added to my shop that I didn't really jump on and show, I guess I did in my stories. I made a few vinyl stickers. I only got like 10 each just to test them out. This is, I don't know if you've made this quilt before. It's the flower party quilt. So I thought this would make a cute sticker. This is the 3-inch. This is the 2-inch. They're on sale for 10% off right now. Sale ends on Sunday. And then I also have the lovely Star Garden block. That was one of my quilts that I made. And then I made this one, handmade to brighten your day. And these are all the blocks that are in the Blooming Backyard quilt. And then there's one more this is a 3-inch square that says, I want to wrap you up in my love, because I think of quilts as fabric hugs. And so I just want to wrap all my friends and family up in love. And it has blocks around it that are from my different quilt patterns, 16-inch quilt patterns. So if you see that, like Butterfly and Blooms, or over here, Butterfly and Blooms, lovely Star Garden. We got some Cloudy Day quilt sampler. We got some Snowy Day quilt sampler. So all sorts of blocks in there. So those are on sale for 10% off. And then all my handmade stuff. So I have a bunch of baby lap size quilts that I've made for like cover photos or just tester quilts when I was creating patterns. So all of the handmade quilts are 30% off right now, which is a pretty big discount. And some of them are large enough to be like a lap quilt if somebody's in a wheelchair all the time, or if you just like sitting in your chair and you just want something for your lap, that's a great size too. And then also I have some coffee cozies. These are 30% off. They look like this, and they just slip on your coffee. I used to make them a lot. I kind of have stopped making handmade things other than quilts, just because I haven't had a lot of time to sew. So these are the prints that I have in stock right now, and they're 30% off, so they're like $5 something each. And if you ever spend more than $30, I think it's $30, $35 on my Etsy shop, you get free shipping. FYI. Other than that, other than the sale, so my goals this summer are basically getting that Infinite Night Helix quilt pattern out to you guys, finishing my 2 quilt tops, turning them into quilts, and then planning for the next quilt along. So I typically don't do quilt alongs in the summer because I just don't know what my schedule is going to be like with the kids at home. And it gets crazy. So the next quilt along I'm thinking will probably be in September. And in August, I will put a poll up in my quilt along group. If you're not part of that group, you can find it on my page, click groups, and then click Happy Cloud Creation quilt along. And make sure to answer the join questions so I know you're not a spam or bot account. But in August, I will post a poll in that quilt along group asking, hey, which quilt would you like to make for the next quilt along? I think 2 of the quilts that I will be putting in the poll will be the Blooming Backyard quilt, because I feel like this would be a fun quilt along since it has the different blocks in it. And I also put the Infinite Night Helix in there in the poll. And then I'll put a few other ones in there too. Because I know a lot of people have been wanting to make the Left the Nest quilts. And I guess in between now and then, if you are like, hey, I would really like to do this one. I have this pattern and I need the motivation to make this pattern. you can always send me a little message saying, hey, we should do this for the next quilt along. And then in August sometime I will post that poll, and so we can start gearing up for the next quilt along in September. This year we've only done one quilt along in the group, which I feel like in the past I've done more. I need to get better at managing my time, I think. And getting more stuff done, I guess. But they would be really fun to quilt along with you guys. So that's what's next up. Is probably not until August. But I think I'll still post along me finishing these two. I'm not sure which one I'll finish first. This one's smaller, so it might be more attainable to finish this one first and then finish this one. I think I'm probably just going to go easy quilting on them, top to bottom, either straight line or wavy lines. Just something easy. Or, like I did for the prismatic party quilts, the large one, I did crosshatch, or I did up and down checker. I don't remember. That's pretty much what's been going on over here. I'm getting my babies back. Cloud is in 6th grade, so he'll be going into 7th grade. Snow is in 2nd grade, so she'll be going to 3rd grade. It's a fun age right now. They still love me. They're not quite the bratty teenagers yet, so that's nice. Right now, I'm knitting a sweater for Cloudy, the Mountain Mist sweater. I made this one for his dad a while back. And the sweater I made Cloud previously is too small, so I started making this one. He said he wanted acrylic. He said wool is too scratchy, so I don't know if this acrylic is soft enough for him. We'll see. I'm almost done with the bottom, and then I just need to add the sleeves. You know, now that it's getting hot out, I should have worked faster on that. But maybe he can wear it camping or something when at night. Last video on here in January, I said I was starting my flax sweater. Both these patterns are by Tin Can Knits. The pattern is just for a solid sweater, but I wanted to kind of use this one skein of Oak Tree by Flower Garden Yarns, and then I mixed it with a, I think this is a Cloudborn yarn. I don't remember the name of it, but it's a dark green. So it's done. I just need to weave in my ends, and then I can wear that, which, you know, it's going to be like 85 this weekend, so I probably won't be wearing that for a while. That's pretty much what's going on over here. I hope you guys are having a great summer so far. It started yesterday, right? If you ever have any questions, you can email me at happycloudcreations@gmail.com. And let me know what you guys are thinking about for the next quilt along. But I definitely will put a poll if you want to join in on that. So I guess that's it for today. And hopefully it won't take me another 6 months before I jump on here and say hi to you guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later.